So you're looking after the drink stand now. I've got to say, I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the... I don't have much of a choice. As the captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. So, I've been intensifying my training lately. Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Clorand required a lot of focus and energy. Learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now, I'm still chewing through the details. But in the end, the exchange went well. Oh, I sure could.
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. The fizzy water really brings it to life. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite? Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks. Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime flower fruit extract. It has a very unique smell. Here, have a bottle. Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus lent me, the Blade Dancer, 20 years after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite their defeated opponents to a banquet. To properly play host to Miss Clorand, I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who sold this juice. But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, following it still shows I've made an effort to understand Fontaine's cultural heritage. Besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right? When I gave it to her at our post-training banquet, Miss Clorand really did enjoy this juice. Oh my. To be honest, before we crossed swords, I was feeling eager, but also Miss Clorand's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian newspapers from hundreds of years ago that give some idea of how formidable an organization it was. A more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Clorand was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Certainly, from my own experiences, Miss Clorand's abilities more than match those descriptions. Incorporating elements of swordsmanship into a drink? Huh. Certainly a creative idea. A commemorative cocktail at... That definitely That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else in all of Tevat who could come up with such a perfect... There's no need to make it sound so fancy. It's just an aristocratic variant of Favonius bladework, with a bit of personal... Firewater. In recent years, firewaters gained popularity the world over, following in the wake of prosperous Snezhnayan merchants. These days, almost every tavern has a... You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine with... As for the alcohol content, that's not a problem. Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was difficult. A gang of outlaw engineers was messing about with some sort of mechanism. To make matters worse, several veteran knights who had been stationed at Dorman Port were transferred to... Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to... Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle mechs. Fortunately, the battle went our way, and they had no choice but to acknowledge my abilities. Me? I'm completely fine. It was mentally tiring for sure, but fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. If you want to know what I've been eating recently, I'd better start by mentioning the logistics companies. They launched a diet improvement initiative and started distributing a form of standardized canned food to knights operating in the past. We only had dry rations. Every mealtime we had to set up pots and campfires, roll dice to choose a cook, and take turns standing guard. In all honesty, it was a bit... Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5 cans and 9 paper packages. We can heat the cans by the campfire, and then we're ready to eat. You did say, sounds like, right? Our canned food supplier has quite the stellar reputation, and their regular meals are indeed quite good. The problem is, in order to meet preservation standards, they have to make their military-grade meals way too salty. The vice captain of the 5th Company, who has a somewhat dry sense of humor, went so far as to say, "This food's bad enough to bring down the wrath of Liyue's stove god." In any case, after eating it for a week, my taste buds have gone completely numb. You can hardly blame the logistics company. After all, it is hard to please everyone. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp by a dedicated company chef is still the best. Brilliant! I'm looking forward...
Here's your all-new seafoam sword.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol. But give me a moment to come up with the right words. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would but I'm sorry, this... can you mix me another? Ah. Oh, no, what was I going to say? Whatever. I feel fantastic. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. By the time I've written up those reports for my... Jean. The acting girl... I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You... mark my words. Divine light, shield them! Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Ring cutter!
Without further ado,
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
illusion shattered!
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Let me weave you along.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Body and mind. Teamwork is dreamwork! No, my sword! Witness the power of good work!
Torn to oblivion!
Be cleansed! Lofty wisdom will show us the way! Let's light it up!
Illusion shattered!
Let me weave you a... Let's light it up! I'm going in! Yeah!
Don't be scared! Not now!
Go get him, Aiden! Oh, the dog!
I'll settle this!
The wind knows.
Clouds high.
The bird? Light compels you!
Dissipate!
The night is cold. Stars shine.
You're in my sights.
Our bond is strong!
Not now. Oh, mine's a command.
Behold the dawn!
Out of my way!
Wind strike! Falling leaves! Storm! All the light shines bright!
Dissipate!
Stars shine for...
Be gone, shadow of darkness!
Clouds high.
The birds call!
Mine to command.
You got this! Light compels you!
My guiding stars. Don't be scared.
Wind strike! Clouds high! The birds call!
Dissipate.
All the light shines...
The sky's clear. The glazed moon shines.
Settle down! The tides beckon.
Transfixed. Everlasting as the moon.
An oversight on my...
Stand with me. Out of my way.
Bow your head. Be sanctified. Justice!
Without further ado,
Silence!
laid bare. Witness my rise.
Settle down! Let the mighty be humble!
Overruled.
Our bond is strong.
Be sanctified.
Be cleansed. Divine light, shield them.
Bow your head. An oversight on my part.
Stand with me. Lightning, arrow.
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
The glaze moon!
Target acquired. Be gone, Shadow!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Ultimatum protocol.
Locked on! For the Lord of the Night!
Glory to which none can compare! Especially when it's that moon. Me, the insect!
You got this!
Be cleansed.
Behold, the dawn! Gotta hold fast! Go get him, Aiden!
Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
Defensive mode engaged.
Preparing for dust up.
Your soul!
On the light shines bright!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Light compels you!
Without further ado, the sky's clear.
Go get him, Aiden!
Annihilation mode.
Claim these souls!
The dead would bathe in dragonfly!
You got this!
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Behold, the dawn!
Defensive mode engaged.
Target acquired.
Merciless. Paradigm shift. Rain, I let my guard down. Rain cutter. Our bond is strong. Out of my way.
Committed to memory, sharing my knowledge!
Surge. Mine to wield. Witness the power of lightning Sheriff!
This place for deliver. Make yourselves at home!
Annihilate! Know my sword!
Mine's right here. Surge!
Mine to wield.
Yeah! Stop right there! Yeah! Let me weave you a verse. No, my... Out of my way!
Grow, grow, grow! Sharing my knowledge!
Power.
This may hurt a little.
Ha. Witness the power of Gua. Rain. Annihilate. Power.
Committed to memory. Yeah.
Dissipate. Ha. Surge. Lightning. Jericho.
Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Yeah! Annihilate.
Why do I have to write so many papers? Why? We made it! Wow!
Jean wanted my input on everything. Even though I left the Knights, Grandmaster Varka has done a lot for me. He didn't stop me from leaving back then.
Well, I was sad to see you go, but your mind was made up. And anyhow, you're an adult. As long as you're prepared to follow through on your choices, who am I to stop you? And let me tell you, my rebellious streak was way worse back in the day.
You look pretty tired.
Yeah, didn't get much sleep at all. And now my head's killing me.
The Grandmaster's wording is somewhat misleading, so allow me to... We made quick work of our tasks yesterday, much...
You know how it is. When you're catching up with an old friend, a few drinks turn into a few too many. Am I right?
Ah, so you're just hungover! Ugh, and Paimon was starting to feel bad for you.
I see. Understood. I just received word from the Knights stationed at the venue that the setup is complete. You can start today's story at any time. Ask away.
Ah, you mean like how only you could have purified Dvalin's tears? That ability is unique to you. And to be honest, a lot of people might not even know you're capable of something like that. So they might get stuck at that point in the story.
Don't worry. I thought about that. The story told within the bubble has some jumps. I've deleted the parts that might complicate things. The remaining content doesn't require the participant to do much of anything, actually.
Wait! But we ran into a combat encounter yesterday when that fungus jumped out.
We'll take care of that. Alice and I want this to be an experience even a child The parts you're testing today are more stable. So, of course, when you access the dice,
Speaking of Alice,
Clee demanded some playtime with her mom.
Ha ha ha! Well, let's get this show on the road.
Whoa! Dizzy.
Looks like we've jumped forward a bit since yesterday.
Wait, is this the bit where we borrow the Holy Lyre? Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Also, why is Tone Deaf Bard the
Don't worry. I'm sure Nicole... See?
Word from the Knights of Favonius is that the Fatui are planning to steal the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Unfortunate. A conflict between the two parties is ensuing in... Come on. Let's... What is it?
Oh, so that's how we're...
It's all thanks to that committed performance from our good friend Deal.
I'm just reading the lines Miss Nicole gave me. You need to play along, okay?
Don't worry. Our operation isn't that strict. If there are slip-ups, I'll just delete them later.
Wait, that was Nicole's voice? Where's it coming from?
Probably that small...
That's right. This is a kind of communication magic. The same one the Knights of Avon. If you get stuck at any point, you can contact me through this magic, and I'll...
How very convenient.
That's right. Obviously, we're not including the stealing part in this version of the story. After all, the Fatui were the ones who ended up with it. Borrowing, stealing, leaving out that detail does... Anyway, the Knights are currently fighting to protect...
This is like getting to read this.
I wonder what would happen if...
That would... complicate things. Worst case scenario, we might need to do another take. So if you could refrain from going off script, that would be...
Okay.
Someone's got an axe to grind.
You're just in time. The situation is not looking good at the moment. The Fatui brought much more force than expected.
Yeah, it's turned into quite a mess.
You're not bad, boy. Against the Fatui, though, you'll need to try...
You ain't messing around, huh?
Oh no! If this keeps up... Oh, sorry. I'm on...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get in the zone when our...
Let me see here. It looks like magical autoload has been disabled, so the Fatui costumes didn't appear. I'll get that fixed.
Got it. In that case, I'll evacuate the members of the church right away.
All right, thank you. As you see, Traveler, the situation is dire. We need to retrieve the Holy Lyre and get it back to headquarters.
Looks like the Fatui are tied up fighting the Knights. I doubt they have the manpower to spare to deal with us.
Which means, if we rush in, we should be able to retrieve...
You all sure are getting into
No entry. This place is under Fatui jurisdiction.
The Holy Lyre! Well, well, well.
It seems our outer diversions were most effective. The Knights know not that the true...
It's no wonder you're known as the youngest, most capable electro-Sisson mage in your unit.
No! We're too late!
Put the lyre down!
You heard her! Put it down and put him up! Or this is gonna get ugly! Wait, why are you the only one with a costume, Fischl?
Why? Because I fashioned this headpiece myself, of course. How does it look?
I am the spitting image of an electro-sisson mate.
And I suppose I look enough like an electro-sisson as I am.
Hold on. Trying to distract? Ha! You underestimate me. To think I would appear before you without full confidence in my victory. Go forth, Oz. Sissons, the holy Lyre der Himmel belongs to the Fatui. Whoa, that was fast. Mage-powered
Fischl is... the Fatus is getting away!
Here, take it away, and don't let them catch you.
That's nothing the gliding champion of the Fatui can't.
Hey! That goes against gliding regulations!
Pretty tough, aren't ya? Well, let's see how you handle this.
Oh. Paimon thought the Adventurers Guild were the only ones role-playing as Fatui.
Just thought I'd lend him a hand. Fischl didn't have time to make me a cool hat, though.
Amber's over there! Let's get ready to land!
Here they come! Positions, everyone!
So this is where the chase ends this time! Wait a minute. This isn't what their hideout looked like!
Yes. I remember it being much more run down.
The Lawrence clan lived here for a time, but this doesn't look like their handy.
Must be a bit of creative license on the part of our dear mages, then.
Alice said the original was too run down and didn't fit her aesthetic, so we repurposed some assets from the Golden Apple Archipelago.
Yeah, this is...
Still, our mission remains the same. We're here.
Yeah, and this...
A human never doubts what their eyes see. Both now warn you that this is the end of the road. Give up and turn back while you can.
That voice!
Mona? Oh, you mean Barbarloth's student?
You know about her?
Well, I had regular contact with the Hexen Circle, so her name came up now and then. The whole thing about her messing up and being too afraid to go back.
What? But... how? No one in the Hexen Circle should know about that!
For real? Sorry, but I'm pretty...
All of them?
I'm afraid so. Oh, except Rheindotter.
Fine. That's just fine.
Anyway, how do we cross?
Aw, come on. Don't take...
I'm not! This...
All right.
if you want...
Here we go.
Mona's riddle was as follows. A human never doubts what their eyes see. However, Things that are taken to be in
Oh, hey!
Hello, Grandmaster. No. Wait.
I would think you have bigger concern.
It's locked in the back room, but good luck getting in there. 3 crests are...
Wait, but...
Yes, but there are 3 locations to visit. All our actors worked so hard to make...
A fair point. They're playing through the story just like us, after all.
To be honest, when I first read my lines, I was kind of confused when I actually had to stand up. I mean, Mr. D looked practically...
Really?
Aha! Yet in a game of cards, it's the ones that remain unturned that strike.
That's right! And I've been told you have quite a few tricks. Anyway, you can head in now.
One moment. We can't quite end it like this. I believe you have...
Do I?
It would benefit the scene.
All right. I told you everything I know. Now...
And off you go! The road ahead is almost completely blocked. Looks like this person isn't taking visitors. Guess we'll just have to be careful. We need that crest.
Looks like we were followed. Guess...
Stand aside. This one's... But this time, I'm fully locked and loaded!
Up the ante!
Looks like I went too far.
Okay. You win.
Probably because you had to act like a
Oh, so you were the...
It would seem...
Man, their armor is heavy and not breathable at all. You're telling me the Fatui and Sumeru and...
Rumor has it, Fatui recruits undergo rigorous training. I feel like there's some truth to that. Well, even though we lost.
Oh, and Bennett told me about what... So, on behalf of... Oh!
Well, that's...
Speaking of, how have things been?
Same old, same old. I do miss the Asha, though.
Without the crests, I can't. Man. Anyway.
Coming here first? Ha! You've been warned. Continue.
Use of resistance is futile. Save yourself.
Gotta say, I'm on.
Well, actually, Aunt Alice was planning. Apparently, there's a spell like the one used to make.
That does not sound like a good idea.
I have to agree. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
I don't think I'd be very good at playing the evil dragon. Luckily, Dvalin agreed to take.
Wow, that's a pretty huge change.
Oh, because Mika is guarded.
As expected.
The Vatus up ahead values wealth above all else. Luckily, I've prepared a negotiate.
Mona?
What? The more roles you play, the crest is with me. All I need to know is how much you're willing to. Let's talk big. That's all. That's all. Not a chance.
The insolent shall be punished.
Barbados, guide us.
Winter.
All right, here's the crest. Oh, and by the way, word has it you. Well, I spend most of my time staring into a scry glass after all. Hydromancy uses the false stars to reflect true. Of course, I need a whole new set of equipment to look into that.
No wonder Alice gave you quite a few
Generous compensation, minimal. Even though her daughter is in.
Huh. I guess the moon's a big deal in hydromancy. Just spitballing here, but it kind of sounds like your progress would be much.
Oh, come on. Enough about that old hag.
All right, we got all the crests. Let's head back and look for Mika.
On me.
Mika!
All right. This elevator's a bit complicated to operate, so Miss Nicole asked.
Thanks.
No problem.
Huh. I don't remember if it.
Of course you want to make things difficult.
Security's tight around here.
I hope this is safe.
The
Hot-blooded, careless, and reckless hero. Wait, what? All it did was lock the liar up. Well, I wasn't the one who designed it.
That checks out.
They laugh at... Allow me to clarify before we proceed.
From what I've heard, the Fatui agent guarding this place was given a thorough beating, and then the law.
So then, I'm the one who walked into the trap?
Do not despair, mein Fräulein. Miss Alice provided us with backup, did she not?
'Tis true, though thine Prinzessin Come forth, my loyal servants! Smite all who stand against us!
Look! The ravens get confused if they don't hit anyone. Now's your chance!
Group 2, reinforce! Group 3, Group 4! Oh, forget it. All of you, attack at once! Well, well. It seems I must send forth my most capable servant of all. He shall dispose of you in one fell swoop.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
On me. Okay, shred him!
Think you can get away?
Our situation is dire, mein Fräulein. It seems this is the end of the road.
Okay, shred him!
Yahoo!
Thunder!
All right, all right, all right. I give up. Just don't hit me. All right.
You were brilliant, Miss Fischl. The recording.
Yeah, it's rope. Huh. Your praise is a compliment.
Huh. It doesn't look like the lock is open.
True.
I doubt the mages want us to just break it open.
Perhaps we haven't met a certain condition then?
Oh, wait. Does that mean the
I'm afraid it may be the only way to end this.
Very well. I shall allow this trespass. Just be gentle.
Huh? Oh, right. Paimon's the weakest one.
Ah, it's open.
Miss Alice
Congratulations on obtaining the Holy Light.
Wow! This is quite the gathering. Oh, Paimon's stomach has been
Oh, hello. Did you need something? You know, we often threw banquets like this one, but then as more and more of our ranks left on expeditions and I was left in charge, now seeing a gathering like this after all this time, I can't help but feel a bit...
Well said,
Barbara?
You told me you wanted the expedition members to feel at home, but in my eyes, the feeling of home isn't something you can force.
Ah, you're right. And you know what? The location isn't the most important factor. I appreciate the kind Make sure to do the same, Traveler. Now that we're outside the bubble and no longer in character, there should be plenty of time.
Hey! Honorary Knight! Look up! Pretty stellar view from up here! And the...
Oh, of all the places to sit, it just had to be there. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Just be careful on the way up, Traveler.
Have a seat. I come bearing drinks. Booze for... Ah, well. That's what being home is all about, right? You think so? Glad to hear it. There's no place like home. That's what people say, right? The expedition, the cathedral, the statue, the windmills in the city, the pigeons and dandelions in front of the gate. The further away you get, the more you miss it. I get that. The people are what... Which reminds me. I never thanked you for helping Mondstadt out back then. It takes a special person to do what you did. Most people are helpless in the face of abyssal corruption. Considering their target was Dvalin, things could have been bad. I suppose Barbados could have handled it, even though he hadn't been awake for long. Dvalin is family to him, you know? Having to choose between the dragons, not to mention, the Wild Hunt would have reached our borders sooner or later. Maybe you've never put two and two together, but what you did in that land also helped reduce the threat of the Wild Hunt. If Natlan's crisis hadn't been resolved, the two abyssal powers might have joined forces at some point. Ha! Look at us, taking down the Abyss in two separate nations. Doing the Knights of Favonius proud, aren't we? I guess not. In any case, for a knight, honor is something you get to define for yourself. And that's the question, isn't it? What?
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. Yeah.
Ha! When did you become such a stickler? Come have a drink with us.
Don't mind if I... Grape juice?
You know, Charles would never let me hear the end of it if I started drinking without him.
Disappointing, but understandable. Oh, I almost forgot. Since this banquet is also for the actors, I invited Dvalin.
All right. Might hike up the bill a bit, but...
Yeah, well, he turned me down. He never did like being the center of attention. The city is a little too small for him to spread his wings. Even if no one is afraid of him, he could still take out a windmill or two.
Maybe it's time to draft a proposal to build him a landing pad.
The Traveler's right. If this is what makes him comfortable, might as well let him be. In the meantime,
To our honorary knight.
I often think about our parting at Windrise, you know. And now, almost in the blink of an eye, the final stop on your journey is just around the corner. The Tsaritsa's plans have continued to advance. Now, only the Pyronosis remains free from her grasp.
But if even the captain couldn't take Malwika's Gnosis by force, I guess we don't need to be concerned about its safety.
You wouldn't be taking a dig at someone else's ability to hold on to their Gnosis, no.
Haha! Of course not.
Her harbingers do often tend to take a rather extreme approach. Just look at Child or Senora. But we would be mistaken to ignore the fact that Senora did not win the Geonosis using force.
Right. You told me about the contract Morak signed with her before his death. You're saying she didn't need to resort to violence in Mondstadt either?
That's right. If she was able to provide a reason, I suppose she just didn't think there was a reason to negotiate. I had just woken up, so honestly, the Gnosis was of no use to me. I didn't care who it belonged to or what means were used to take it. I just knew if I fought her in that moment, the cathedral, perhaps even the entire city might—
True. I wouldn't put it past Senora to take civilians as hostages either.
In the end, though, it was those same methods that led to her end. After all, her third target, the Raiden Shogun, wasn't a big negotiator. Perhaps Senora's success in Mondstadt and Liyue convinced her that she was a match for the Archon of any— You did the right thing. It pained me to see Inazuma as it was back then. I'm glad things have changed. Of course, now the elite force of Harbingers has quite a few missing from its ranks. Who knows? Perhaps a chance to formally meet her in Snezhnaya might come—
Some of our knights remain stationed in Not Cry.
The look in your eyes. But my advice remains unchanged. The birds of Tevat, the song, perhaps earth-shaking truths and All right, that's more than enough acting like a real Archon for one night. And still, not a sip of drink for dear old Venti at a time like—
Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! Da da da! Da da da! This is so fun! I think— Mom! When can I play with the magic toy?
Very soon, darling. In fact—
Yay!
Why, of course! We'll
Ad Astra.
Thank you for
Ad Astra.